Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about the latest developments in Donald Trump's legal battle, specifically the gag order imposed on him by Judge Juan Merchan in the New York felony case. Trump's legal team has been trying every possible tactic to get this gag order overturned, but so far they've hit nothing but dead ends. Even the Supreme Court doesn't seem interested in intervening, and the gag order remains firmly in place. Let's break it all down. So background. This case stems from Trump's conviction on 34 felony counts related to falsifying business records. He hasn't been sentenced yet, but Judge Merchan placed a gag order on him nearly 2 years ago. The purpose of this order is to stop Trump from making public statements that could interfere with the legal process or endanger people involved in the case. Predictably, Trump and his legal team aren't happy about it and have been arguing that it violates his First Amendment rights, as well as the rights of the press. But before we get into the details, hit the subscribe button, like this video, and leave your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for your support. Here's the argument they're making. They claim that the gag order prevents reporters from asking Trump questions about Judge Merchan and his family, and it stops Trump from responding. As part of this, they're trying to argue that the judge is biased because of his family connections. Most specifically, they point to the fact that his daughter works in Democratic fundraising and that his wife has a job as a prosecutor. Let's start with Judge Merchan's daughter. Yeah, she works for organizations that raise money for Democrats, but that has absolutely no connection to Judge Merchan's role in this case. The courts have consistently ruled that a judge's family members can have their own careers and political affiliations without it affecting the judge's impartiality. Judge Merchan doesn't benefit financially from his daughter's work, and her career is completely separate from his judicial responsibilities. There's simply no evidence that her job influences his decisions in the courtroom. Now about his wife, Aylura. She's had a long career as a prosecutor, spanning about 30 years. She got for a brief 3-year period. She worked in the same office as New York Attorney General Letitia James. But here's the thing. Letitia James isn't involved in this case at all. The prosecution in this trial was handled entirely by the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. Laura Merchan now works for the Nassau County District Attorney's Office on Long Island, which also has nothing to do with this case. Her job and this trial are entirely unrelated. Yet Trump's team is trying to make it seem like her career is a reason to question Judge Merchan's fairness. Despite these weak arguments, Trump's legal team took the issue to the New York Appellate Division earlier this year, arguing that the gag order should be overturned. In May 2024, the appellate court denied their petition. The judges explained that the gag order is necessary to protect the integrity of the trial and to ensure the safety of everyone involved. They emphasized that Trump's rights don't override the need for a fair and secure judicial process. Oh, but Trump's team didn't stop there. They escalated the fight to the U.S. Supreme Court, filing an emergency petition to have the gag order overturned. Since the case originated in New York, the petition first went to Justice Sonia Sotomayor. In October, she reviewed the case and denied the request. Still not satisfied, Trump's legal team resubmitted the petition, and this time it was assigned to Justice Samuel Alito, since Trump now resides in New Jersey. Justice Alito also denied the petition. This makes it clear that not only do 2 Supreme Court justices support the gag order, but the court as a whole has no intention of overturning it. So what does all of this mean? It means the gag order is here to stay. Trump is still prohibited from making public statements that could interfere with the case or endanger the people involved. And if Trump violates this order, there could be serious consequences. Judges are allowed to consider a defendant's behavior when deciding on a sentence. So continued attacks on the court or its participants could result in harsher penalties when Judge Merchan eventually sentences him. What's striking is that this isn't the first time Trump's team has made these arguments, and they've been rejected every single time. Over the past 2 years, courts have repeatedly ruled that there's no conflict of interest simply because Judge Merchan's wife and daughter have jobs. The notion that their careers somehow make him biased feels outdated, like something out of the 1940s. It's 2024. Women working isn't a reason to disqualify a judge, and the courts have made that abundantly clear. At the end of the day, the court's message is consistent. The gag order is legal, necessary, and staying in place. Trump and his team haven't provided any compelling reasons to overturn it, and the Supreme Court has essentially put this issue to rest. That's where things stand for now. Of course, there's always more to talk about when it comes to Trump's legal challenges. For example, there's some buzz about Alina Habba, one of his former lawyers, taking on a new role despite her questionable track record. We'll save that for another video. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you agree with the court's decisions, or do you think Trump's team has a point? Don't forget to subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any updates. I'll see you in the next one.